the master service agreement, just like we would any other firm. The only savings we get is he is fully aware of those single projects, and he can handle them and then hand them off to the city engineers as they come on board this spring. And so he can help us carry those on and keep us efficiently moving on. There's just knowledge and elements are involved that me, myself, or our staff aren't able to do. This is the most efficient way. I worked with, I think Nick ran off. He was like, audit's over, see you later. I worked with Nick today, and we try to identify specific funds within the engineering budget to help cover these and what our thresholds are. And so we'll try to keep Jake within those, but expend those dollars we were still gonna spend on the city engineer and try to utilize those to keep these things moving and be efficient, because we don't want them to lag. We have too much on the table with Waverly Road, East Seward, the North 6th Street water main, trying to finish up the outfall, and then securing a substantial grant potentially for our wastewater treatment facility upgrade, which is gonna be millions of dollars. And so by having him able to assist us as we carry over that would be a big help, let alone his firm does do a lot of municipal work and would be interested in being a part of the same groups that we do for Olson and JEO and Shimmer and everybody else. They'd like to be a potential one for that, so.
Any questions or comments?
Makes sense to Jake on board with these.
Move to approve the agreement.
There's a motion and a second, any further discussion? Seeing none, please register your votes, please play your votes.
Voting in favor, Wilkenbeck, Catholic, Coleman, Miller, Singleton, Schmidt, Hendrick, motion.
Item 5, resolution approving the Upper Big Blue Natural Resources District multi-jurisdictional hazard mitigation plan update. Greg?
Yeah, every so often we approve an update to the hazard mitigation plan. The plan in its entirety was created at the expense of the Upper Big Blue NRD. The city of Seward had a contingency that were involved in that. You'll see that on page 134 of the plan, which is the Seward-centric portion. Jake Basha, Ed Gonzalez, and Matt Streisand, to name a few, were involved in that process and worked through that with the NRD and JEO. And so the results of the Seward portion are here. We got to approve it at some point, and it sets us up for hazard mitigation dollars. You have to have an up-to-date plan to secure those grant funds and everything else. So.
Any questions or comments? Would someone like to introduce the resolution? Item number 5.
I'll introduce resolution.
Alright, the resolution has been introduced and is designated as resolution number 2020-6. Would anyone like to move that this resolution be passed and adopted?
So moved.
Second.
The motion and a second, please register your votes. Please display the votes.
Voting in favor, Wilkenbeck, Catholic, Coleman, Miller, Singleton, Schmidt, Hendrick, motion.
We're gonna go back up to 4 real quick. So the first thing we did there was the master agreement with Short, Elliott, Hendrickson Incorporated. I've been informed we also need to do a separate one for the general services agreement for A. So if there's not, unless you have any other questions or comments, I would entertain a motion for 4A.
So moved. Second.
The motion and a second, please register your votes, please play the votes.
Voting in favor, Wilkenbeck, Catholic, Coleman, Miller, Singleton, Schmidt, Hendrick, motion.
Alright, reports. Item 1, city administrator's report. Greg?
The report is on file. I just note that we had Suzanne, who we talked about starting, has been working and learning in City Hall, and so if you're trying to get a hold of me, obviously many of you have an ability to get a hold of me, but if you need to schedule something or something like that, we're trying to utilize her, so I'm doing less administrative work out of the office and trying to hit your big picture items and stuff. What?
He doesn't want to talk to us anymore.
And so she's been a big help, and she will also be working on more social media related elements out of that. I can answer any other questions you have specific to the report. The one thing I will note, because it relates to hazard mitigation, and we just found out about this earlier this week, is we had put in for a potential hazard mitigation under FEMA funds related to the flood for a project that was an upgrade, significant upgrade to the now I'm just blanking on it, the pump house over the levee, and updating that whole system based on the levee accreditation process, and then also looking to automate it. That's one of the biggest concerns for Hughes Brothers and anyone that lives down in that protection zone, when that system is not able to be turned on manually by somebody literally noticing there's a lot of rain events going on and driving down there, turning it on. We're looking to upgrade that facility and system to make it completely automated. Obviously, we'll have manual backups.
So you turn
in
it on
place.
with your cell phone?
No, it will just read the water. Essentially, it's very simplistic. It will read the water level as the water level rises, so it will kick itself on.
Oh, that's easy.
It's really simplistic, but that
Yeah,
system,
there's probably an app for that.
that system is
That's
kind of
what I have
archaic and
designed
been
that.
living in the way it is, and it works well when it's turned on. The other one is we also may look at new pumps. For instance, the gator pump that we have that we just tie to the back of one of the tractors we have, we'll pump more than all 3 of those motors down there out of that one pump. And so we may look at upgrades to the pumps so we can move more water quicker. But we were prioritized on that. Now what that means ultimately and us getting funding looks good, but it's not a guarantee. And so we'll submit more documentation and engineering information, and then hopefully we can secure some federal FEMA dollars to help offset a significant capital project that we will have to do for levy accreditation. So we're excited about that.
Any questions or comments for Greg? Okay.
Move to accept the report.
Second.
Motion and second, register your votes. Please spread the votes.
Voting in favor, Wilkenbeck, Campbell, Spelman, Miller, Singleton, Schmidt, Hendricks, motion carried.
Any future requests for council agenda items or administrative action? Seeing none. Announcement of upcoming events. Jonathan Jank, welcome.
Good evening, Mayor. A couple of things. This Thursday, February 6th, we'll be hosting Coffee and Contacts with our friends from Pet Source by Schooler. This is their first kind of event outside of the celebration things that we've had. They're really gearing up to hire 100 people, and so they're needing to build relationships very quickly within the area. We've been working hard within our team to try to make introductions as best as possible. But I encourage you, if you have interest, we'll be at the library at 7:30 to 9 this Thursday. And also I mentioned at the last council meeting in regards to the professional facilitation training that's coming up at the end of the month. So if you or constituents are interested, or of course any departments throughout the city to take part in that professional facilitation training, we'd love to have you join us at the Civic Center. With that, thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. Next we have a strategy session item. Would someone like to make a motion?
I move that city council go into closed session with the mayor, city administrator, SCCDP CEO Jonathan Jank, and city attorney for the protection of the public interest, and to discuss the commercial rail campus development area real estate interests, and to provide the city attorney with negotiating guidance for a period not to exceed 15 minutes. We like counting time.
We have a motion, is there a second? Motion and a second, to register your votes.
Oh, yeah.
Can you explain the vote?
Voting in favor, Wilkenbeck, Campbell, Spelman, Miller, Singleton, Schmidt, Hendricks, motion carried.
The council has voted to go into closed session for the protection of the public interest, to discuss the commercial rail campus development area real estate interests, and to provide the city attorney with negotiating guidance. We are in closed session. Thank you all for coming this evening.